Hey, I did not say press record. What the world? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Erin OnD-mand, where I, Erin, will be sharing my experiences with you as an Illinois notary. Let's get started. I take no credit and give God all the glory for the information I'm about to share with you today. Welcome if you are new. Let's get started. So today we are going to talk about Apostille, the Hague, and helping to prevent child abduction. So if you have not already seen, please check out my last post I did of Apostille. I will post it above, and I will also put it in the link of the description box so you can click on that. In that post, I did talk about how a notary may have to use a certificate of authenticity. And I remember telling you that I did not know why a notary would need a certificate of authenticity from their own county clerk's office. Well, now I know. When I called the Secretary of State, I will put their number on the screen. They are so helpful. I call them for almost everything I need to know as a notary. So please, if you are in Illinois, keep their number on hand. When I was talking with the lady from the Secretary of State, she told me that countries that are not within the Hague, the notary will have to get a certificate of authenticity. Now on the screen, what you're looking at are all of the, I believe, 117 countries that are within the Hague. And these countries have an agreement with the United States. If a notary is not up to date, or if they got in some trouble and they're a felon and they are not supposed to be practicing, it's an extra caution that that Illinois is taking to ensure that the notary is not coercing or involved in such matters. And so that is why, if you are performing an apostille in a country that is not on this list, don't even think about going to the Secretary of State yet, because you're going to have to go all the way back to your circuit clerk's, I'm sorry, not circuit clerk, your county clerk's office anyway to get that. Okay, so it's so imperative that I show you this. There are multiple ways you can look up which countries are within the Hague and which countries are not. You can go to the international apostille.com website. Here you will see a list of all 117 counties that are members of the Hague Apostille Convention and will require an apostille from the Secretary of State or the U.S. Department of State. All of the lists is here, and at the very bottom it gives you lists of countries that are not members of the Apostille Convention. And any document that does need apostille to this country does need a certification. Or you can go to the usauthentication.com. Here it will give you apostille or authentication. So let's go below. It says here, depending on which country your document needs to be presented in, it will fall in one of the two categories: apostille service or document authentication process. Okay, these first countries are countries within the Hague, and these countries are not. Okay, and then also you can go to the travel.state.gov, and it talks about here the 1980 Hague Convention on Civil Aspects of International Child Abduction. You can go here and you can look up several countries here. All you have to do is go according to the numbers and according to the state that, or the country that you are looking up. And here's the date it was entered into the Hague Convention. Also, I was very excited to have the experience of doing my very first out-of-state apostille. Mine so happened to be in Florida. So if you have any in Florida, or if you have some other places, make sure you don't send the Illinois apostille application. Make sure you go to that state's Secretary of State, or whatever they're called in that state, to get their application and follow their process. So right now on the screen, I'll just show you my experience and what I went and the process that I had in order to submit my Florida apostille. I want to give you the all-purpose acknowledgement that I do use for every single apostille. I will put it on the screen so you can see it. I will also link it in the description box below so you can have that. In Florida, as you can see, I just needed to go to the State Department's website. I had to go down to addresses and here to apostille. This is where I'm going to send all of the apostille, the application, and the document that the client needs the apostille for. Here is the actual application right here. You simply just fill it out. Make sure your payment is accordingly, okay? However much you're charging for apostille, make sure that you're charging enough for postage, for anything extra. As you could see, I did need to get a money order, and per request of the client, he wanted overnight there and overnight back. And as you can see, I also had to send a prepaid self-addressed envelope, and so that's what I did. And per my client's request, it was overnight, so I have to take into account the overnight for there and overnight back, plus everything. So make sure you take that into account to when you are providing the service. So I truly hope that this information has helped you. Please, if it does, like this video. I am asking because it really does help me. It really does help the YouTube algorithm so that YouTube can get this video out to other people who may be searching for the same information. And please comment down below how this video has helped you. I would love to interact. Don't forget, if you have any questions, please email me, call me, text me. I will put my website in the description box below and also on the screen so you can have that. I very much enjoyed giving you this information. Again, I hope it helps. And until my next video, Erin OnD-mand. Bye. If you have, for an example, a power of attorney, a state ID, a passport, a will, or anything that is not given by a public office issued by the Secretary of State, the county clerk's office, or the circuit court, you are to have every single document page signed that you're getting the apostille for. If you are issued, or if your client needs an apostille for a document issued by a public office, such as the ones I've stated, those documents are not to be signed at the bottom, and they are not to be given with an attachment of an all-purpose acknowledgement or acknowledgement. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, please leave them below in the comment section.